I want you to look at everybody that has said they want to run for president. Like, look at every single person mwenye amesema nataka kuwa rais wa Kenya. Who is that one guy mwenye unajua ukimwachia economy, let's take an example of the economy. Ule mtu unajua ukimwachia economy ya Kenya na uende kulala, utaamka ikiwa better na kazi ikiwa imefanyika with military precision and particular excellence. Who is that one guy? Mwenye ukiangalia kwa watu wote wa running for president, from Ruto to Gachagua to Kalonzo to Matiang'i, tell me that one guy who ukimpea kazi hauna doubt that this guy will deliver exceptionally beyond expectation. That one guy is Dr. Fred Okengo Matiang'i. 100%. Hiyo hata wewe unajua it is true. This is the one guy you can trust with performance. And let me tell you another thing. This is a guy who hates corruption. You know, most of us, we like rumors and gossip more than facts. What thing can you actually say this is a corruption scandal that involves Dr. Fred Okengo Matiang'i? And you can imagine, he was in a government with corrupt people. Some of the people in that government were irredeemably corrupt. So how disciplined was he? How excellent was he that hakuna corruption scandal hata moja ilimshika? How did this guy manage to stay in the mud with the pigs and come out clean? Because if you look at even what these Itumbi bloggers usually say is a corruption scandal involving Matiang'i, ni kitu hata imu involve kabisa. Yani ni vitu tu ya kumchafulia jina. I'm not sanitizing him, but let's look at the facts. For example, the Morara land case. Matiang'i is nowhere on that case. I've reviewed all the documents, and even you, by the way. It's just that sometimes, you know, Kenyans, we don't go deep into documents. I want you to go and download the judgments, the court judgments, for all the cases involving Morara land case. Tell me whether you will find anything involving the Cabinet Secretary for Education. Nothing. The things that are there, ni vitu zina involve Belio Kipsang na William Ruto. That is why William Ruto always ensures that if the cabinet secretary of a ministry is not from his community, the PS must be from his community, because that's where the money is. Sasa PS ndo wanasign pesa. Na Belio Kipsang na William Ruto ndo walikuwa wanachora hizo deals. Wao ndio walichora hadi deal ya textbooks ya Ministry of Education. Wao ndio walichora deals za fake schools. That is why under William Ruto's administration, fake schools hazijaisha. Wao ndio walichora deals za increasing numbers of students kwa schools so that pesa ya capitation ipotee. And you should know, Ministry of Education receives the highest budget allocation in Kenya. They receive 700 billion every year. So hatu utafute Matiang'i hapo humpati. So my point is, if you look at Dr. Fred Matiang'i, his excellence surpasses anything negative anybody has to say about him. In fact, he's the most consequential minister in government since independence. He is the most consequential cabinet secretary that has ever held office tangu independence. Undio mtu, anytime he walked into a ministry, there was change. Akiwa ICT, there was change. Akiingia education, there was change. Akiingia internal security, there was change. Yani anywhere he goes, he lives with change. Ebu angalia how easy it is to get a birth certificate right now. Do you know how hard, how much you had to bribe and tarmac to government officers to just get a simple birth certificate to apply for a passport? And this guy made it easy. So I think we have a really good reason to support Dr. Fred Matiang'i for president. And I don't know what will happen with opposition politics. I don't know who will join who, or who will align with who, or who will leave this camp and join this one, or who will drop and say he's not running, or who will insist he must run, or who we are thinking will run but is not running, or who we are thinking is not running or does not qualify to run but is actually going to run. Those things don't bother me at all. The only thing I'm bothered about is how to ensure Dr. Fred Matiang'i's name is on that paper called the ballot paper. Unaona nikimdeliver kwa hiyo karatasi inaitwa ballot paper, hata kama ako peke yake, every Kenyan whose life has been touched by Dr. Fred Matiang'i in one way or another will have a very good reason to vote for him for president. So anybody who underrates him says, oh, sijui tribal matrix, oh, sijui kabila gani na kabila gani, hiyo ni siasa ya upuzi, siasa ya atene. Sisi majenzia pana tambua. Bora huu jamaa afike kwa debe. I'm telling you, no Kenyan can predict where his votes will come from. No Kenyan can predict. Kwa sababu show nyumbani, anajua Matiang'i. Show kwa village huko, anajua Matiang'i. Matiang'i is not some Facebook figure. Ni mtu hadi local radio. Minto FM huko chini, huko Egesa FM, Chamge FM, Ramogi TV huko nyumbani. Sulwe. Ama hii ingine inaitwa Emo. It's somebody, ama Kameme. It's somebody who, an old mama tilling her shamba, who doesn't even have a smartphone, already knows Matiang'i. So akikuwa kwa ile debe, ukimuandarate na ufikiria ati hawezi kuwa president, he will pull a surprise on you people. Unasikianga surprise? He'll pull a surprise on you people. You will be like, huyu jamaa tulikuwa tunamuona tu ametulia, hana mbwembwe, lakini amepull. You know, Kenyans sometimes tumezoea siasa ya excitement. You know, we treat politics like football fans. And tunataka kitu iko na excitement, and sometimes the people who are most exciting are the worst for this country. Yes, wanajua matusi, wanajua vile wanaweka maneno paka tunabambika, but they are exciting, but they are not the best for our leadership. This guy is solid, and I admire his excellence. So mimi, ile kazi pekee mnaniwachia na ambayo tutafanya pamoja na majenzi ni kuensure jina ya Matiang'i iko kwa karatasi. Once he's on the ballot, fanyeni vile mnataka. Na ninajua vile mtafanya. I know you'll pull a surprise on many people. What people thought was impossible will become possible on that day.